We're all going to get started in child's pose. So come down onto your shins. So come down onto your shins in child's pose. Bring your big toes together, your knees apart, and release or reach your arms forward towards the front of your mat. So today I want to talk a little bit about Aparigraha. Aparigraha is roughly translated as like non-possessiveness or non-greed, non-attachment is the big one that I kind of want to focus on today. So I really just want to kind of let go and have fun on your mat this morning. Right, so right here, let's just start to bring the awareness towards the breath. Start to draw your senses inward and shut off whatever's going on around you in your homes. And just pay attention to the breath. Try to deepen the breath on the inhale, lengthen the breath on the exhale. I'm going to read a little bit from the Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele. And this, if you guys have this book, it's page 98. But aren't we supposed to care? So non-attachment does not mean that we don't care, that we somehow shut ourselves off from the pleasures and joy of life and each other. In fact, non-attachment frees us up to be immersed in appreciation of life and one another. We are asked to let go of the clinging to the thing, not the enjoyment of the thing itself. Letting go of the ownership opens us up to full engagement with what is set before us in the present moment. Start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, friends. And let your sit bones feel heavy towards your heels as you do this. If you're not feeling the side body stretch, I really want you to feel it this morning right away. So maybe take your left hand on top of right hand so that you can feel that a little bit deeper. Okay, life becomes a banquet. And we are free to feast. Like the breath, we are invited to breathe in deeply, enjoying the fullness of the inhalation, and then to let go just as deeply and fully, enjoying the release of the exhale. So try that here. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Go walk your hands over to the left now and feel the right side body stretch a bit. The fewer attachments we carry with us, the more we are free to enjoy and engage and live every moment before us to the fullest. The more breath we let go of, the more room there is in the body for the fullness of the next inhalation. The more we generously share and give away, the more expansive and light we become. The journey of life is towards freedom. A bird cannot hold its perch and fly. Neither can we grasp anything and be free. Neither can we grasp anything and be free. Bring your hands back to center. Reach your arms a little bit forward, a little more forward, and let those elbows come off the floor. So think external rotation. Now you're starting to engage the arms a bit. So practicing constant generosity and unfailing trust will keep our greed in check and keep us open to life's unfolding. What wants to come to us is so great, and what we hold on to is often so small. Like the trapeze artist, are we willing to be suspended in midair in total trust of the timing and of a future that is greater than the one we are holding on to? Let that permeate for a bit. And then let's come up to all fours. We're just going to thread the needle, stretch it out a bit more. Right arm reaches up, take a few rotations in the wrist. And then let's thread the needle. Drop that right cheek down as you thread the right hand behind the left wrist. And again, just watch the breath going in and out through the nose. Enjoying the fullness of the inhalation and letting go just as deeply and fully with the exhalation. Press down into your left hand, reach the right arm up. And exhale, right hand to the floor. Other side, left arm reaches high. Roll the wrist a few times. And then thread the needle. Left cheek comes down on the mat. Today we're going to do some interesting poses. So I just like you to have an open mind. Right, let go of your ideas of what you can and cannot do today. And just try. And see what happens. Press down into that right hand, reach the left arm up, unwind. Exhale, release, left hand to the floor. Okay, from here we're just going to start to stretch the wrist a bit. So just shift the weight from one hand to the next. And you can begin to walk the fingers towards the long edges of the mat, east and west if you'd like, or you can keep them straight on. You choose. If you need a little more of a wrist stretch, maybe this is for you. All right, and then from here we're going to go into cat-cow. So inhale, start to bring the chest through. Exhale, push down, round the spine. Now go with your breath here. And you even have that option of flipping your hands completely, fingertips towards the knees. Maybe you want to try it like one of each. Fingers forward, fingers out, fingers towards you. Just starting to warm up the spine a bit. Good. From here, you're going to, on your next exhale, push down into the feet. Lift your knees a little bit, round the back. And then drop the knees and drop the belly. Again, push down, round the back. Drop the knees, arch your back. Good. Keep going this way. You can keep those knees on the floor if you need. That's okay too. Good, and then let's come to a neutral spine, curl the toes under, lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Start to move your way into a downward facing dog. You don't have to stick the dog right away, right? You don't have to keep those heels down. Maybe keep a little bend in the knees. Keep your heels high to start. Sometimes I like to just lift my heels up and down a few times to settle in here. Paddle out the feet. I'm just beginning to really feel the body today. See what is tight, what needs a little extra love. And then we'll start to walk our feet forward towards the hands. Good, so once you get to the top of your mat, let's just hang here for a moment. Let the upper body hang down towards the lower body. The back of the neck is long. And then inhale, flat back, look up. You're going to take the left foot behind the right leg. Come to the outer edge of the left foot. See if you can keep your right leg straight. And then just kind of play here with the weight distribution. Notice, if you feel some tight sensations, maybe you want to hold that. Hold it there and breathe through it. Good, and then bring the left foot back to meet the right foot. Inhale, lengthen through the spine again, and then step the right foot behind the left leg. You're coming onto the outer edge of the right foot. Good. And again, you can always be under blocks if you don't easily touch the floor. Okay, and then bring both feet back together. Take an inhale, flat back, and exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands come down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Take the hands down, step your feet back, high plank, and then shift your weight forward. Bend the elbows, lowering down to a low plank. Inhale, lift the chest, maybe the thighs and knees lift. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Really press into the floor as you push the tailbone up higher. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look between your hands, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. From here, bend the knees, reach up, hook your thumbs, arch your back. So pull the thumbs apart, or try to pull at your thumbs. They're not coming apart. And then on your exhale, swing your hands behind your back, extend your legs, interlace the fingers behind the head, and extend your arms. Release the hands down by the feet, inhale, flat back. And then hands come down, step or hop back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, look forward. Back heel is lifted. And then step the left foot to meet the right, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees slightly. Reach up, hook your thumbs, arch your back. And then stand all the way up, hands by the side. Okay, again, inhale, bend the knees. Reach up, hook your thumbs, arch the back. Exhale, bend the knees deeper, and then swing the hands behind the head as you interlace, extending arms and legs. Hands come down by the feet, flat back, look up. Hands come down, walk or hop back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, pull the knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands, back leg is really strong, look forward. Step the right foot to meet the left, and then fold deeply. Bend the knees, reach up, hook your thumbs, arch your back, and then stand all the way up. Tadasana. Good job. Take a moment here to just close your eyes. Notice that energy flowing through the body. Maybe you feel a little more alive than when you first started. And then let's open the eyes, bend the knees, reach up, Utkatasana. Chair pose, sink down low. You can squeeze those knees together, or you can even keep the feet hip distance apart if that's better for you. Good, take another deep breath in here, and then fold. Flat back, look up. Hands down, step back to plank pose. So shoulders over the wrist. All right, from here, you're going to shift the weight to the right hand, go right into side plank, Vasisthasana, left arm reaches up. All right, now you have the option today of lifting this left leg up, reaching for the toe bind, and extending the left leg up towards the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down to the floor. Shift the weight to the left hand, stack the feet, right arm reaches up. And then again, option to reach down for the right toes, lift the leg up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting those hips high. For 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down, hips come high, down dog. Okay, Okay, take a cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Big sigh out your mouth. Let it go. Again, inhale through the nose. Big sigh out the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look towards your hands, reach towards your thighs, and then hop to your hands if you can. Flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise. Arms reach high. Excuse me. And exhale, hands come down by your side. Okay, from here, take a step back with your left foot. We're going to come into triangle pose. Left toes are going to face the back of your mat. Right toes are going to turn in. Arms reach up. Reach your left arm forward, forward, forward towards the back of your mat. Right hip is kicking backwards. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up. You have the option of taking the toe bind, taking your peace fingers to your left big toe and pulling up at those left toe, at that left big toe. Right, as you pull up on the toe, you also want to think about pressing that big toe down towards the mat. Maybe look at that top hand, if that's okay for your neck. If not, just look wherever's comfortable. Keep pulling that torso back over the left thigh. Good. Now use your breath. Inhale, rise back up. And then turn your left toes in, right toes face forward. Reach first, reach, reach, reach. There's a big hinge in the hips first before folding. And then if you like, you can take the right peace fingers to your right big toe, left arm reaches up. Again, so there's an energetic upliftment here in Utthita Trikonasana. Find the breath. Good. On your next inhale, rise back up. And then you're going to turn your left toes back to the back of the mat again. We're coming into side angle B. Bend your left knee. Take your left hand down on the inside of the left foot and reach your right arm up. Now, if your hand doesn't easily touch the floor, then I need you to put a block under there. You have the option of taking the forearm down, but that won't help you get into what we're coming into next. So if you can, try to get the hand down to the floor. Good. And then if you get your hand all the way down there on the block, you're going to start to lean the torso, or the shoulder rather, back into the knee almost. Yeah, so you want to think your left ribs up towards the ceiling. They won't completely be towards the ceiling, but you start to move them that way. Good. Now press into the feet. Nice strong legs. Lift back up on the inhale. Turn your right toes forward. Bend the right knee and do the same thing. Patanjali B. Right hand down. Left arm up. So you have to have a nice wide stance in your legs in order to do this. Good. Almost leaning that shoulder back into the knee. You might even feel that in the right inner thigh. Stretching it out, or in the right hip. Good. Press down into the floor. Inhale, lift back up. All right, we're doing it again. Right toes face the long edge, left toes face the short edge, back of the mat. Bend your left knee, side angle B, left hand down, right arm up. Now you can stay here if you don't think you're ready to bind, or try binding. Right arm behind the back, left arm comes underneath the thigh. Reach for that right wrist with your left hand. And then again, you're leaning the torso back because it's gonna wanna go forward a bit, right? So you lean back, so it's as if you're in between two walls. And then if you'd like, you can start to straighten this left leg with the bind. Being nice and slow and careful. Good. Remember, just to try, bend that left knee again if it's straight. All right, and we're gonna start to come into birds of paradise. I think most of you know this. You're gonna shift the weight into the left foot, look forward, and then on your inhale, step the right foot up to meet your left. Maybe it takes a few steps to get there. All right, if you're not quite there today, just hold side angle B. That's okay, we're gonna go back to it. All right, from here, you're gonna lift the left heel up. Again, look forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale the breath, and then on the inhale, push down into the right foot and lift all the way up to stand. Good, if you wobble, if you fall out, that's okay, that's good, you're trying, right? And then if you're all the way up here, standing up tall, you can try extending the left leg straight. But more than anything, you want to use your breath. Use your breath more than the muscles, right? If the leg is straight, rebend the left knee. And you're going to start to bend the right knee and place that left foot all the way back down. Shift the weight back to the left foot. Take a big step back with your right foot. Left hand down, right arm up. Side angle B. All right? Now push into the floor. Come back up to stand, and we'll try it on the other side. So left toes face forward, bend the, right toes face forward, bend the right knee, right hand comes down, left arm comes up, side angle B. So first, find this, best you can. If you have a block under your hand, that's great. That's a great option. Oh, good, and hold it there. Now you have the option of taking that bind, threading the left arm behind the back. Need a big spilly. Good. And then you can straighten that leg if you'd like. Good. If you have that leg straight, rebend the knee and then look forward. You're going to shift the weight to the right foot and take a big inhale as you step the left foot forward. Good. Now start to position where you lift the right heel so you put more weight into your left foot. And exhale the breath. Inhale, use the breath to come up. So you stand up nice and tall with that bind if you can. Yep, you guys look great. Extend the right leg if you can. Good, rebend the knee. Take it all the way back to the floor. Use your breath, step it back. Right hand down, left arm up. Both hands to the floor. Step back. Child's pose. Drop your knees. Bring your big toes together. Sit to your heels. Relax the forehead down on the mat. And just breathe. Just breathe. Good. And notice your reaction. So right away, maybe you can think back what happened for you when you tried that, right? Did you give up? Did you try? Did you try to let go? And just have fun, right? And don't judge yourself too harshly. That's not what this is about. It's just taking note of your reactions, your patterns. Good. Okay, let's come back to downward facing dog your time. And then we'll gently walk the feet forward. So walk the feet forward, feet are about hip distance apart, or even a little bit wider. Actually, let's take them wider. Feet are as wide as your mat, and grab opposite elbows, and allow the upper body to hang down towards the lower body. And see if you can get those elbows in front of your head as you shift the weight forward towards your toes. Good. From here, hands come down to the floor. Bring your seat down like you're coming into Malasana. Oh, technology. Bring your seat down like you're coming into Malasana. Yeah? And then we're going to extend the legs again. So hands down on floor blocks, extend the legs. So just move through this a few times. Bend the knees, lift the chest. And exhale into that forward fold. You can stay in Malasana for just a few breaths here, pressing the elbows into the knees, trying to reach the crown of the head upwards. Find that smooth, deep, even breath. And then push into your feet, come all the way up, strong legs. Nice. If you can shake out the legs, shake it out a bit. And then from here, we're coming into a curtsy. So you're gonna take your left knee behind the right knee. Left knee behind the right knee. Bend the right knee, hands come to heart center. See if you can lift your left heel high towards your seat. Now inhale, extend the leg, hinge forward from the waist and come into like a warrior three. And then exhale, bend the left knee in behind the right. Do that again. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. One more time, extend. And then bend. Now you can hold this right here or try taking your left hand down to the floor or block and reaching the right arm up. Look over your right shoulder. Think about squeezing your hips in towards each other as if somebody is like behind you and kind of squeezing like Brett style. Squeezing your hips together, right? Get you nice and tight in a little ball here. Good, hold it for 3, for 2, and for 1. Both hands come down to the floor. Step your feet back. Down dog. Find your breath. All right, make your way to the top of the mat again. We'll try the other side. Flat back, look up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rest. Exhale to Tadasana. Same thing, other side. You're gonna take the right knee behind the left knee. So I'm bending my left knee, bending my right knee deeply, right heel towards your seat. Hands come to heart center. You really gotta find a drishti here. So find a focal point. Don't move your eyes from it. On the inhale, extend your leg, warrior three. Exhale, pull in, curtsy. Again, warrior three. Exhale, curtsy. One more time, warrior three. Exhale, curtsy. Right hand comes down. If you're going further, left arm reaches up. Start to open left shoulder on top of right shoulder. See if you can bend your left knee just a little deeper. Maybe you can bring your right heel towards your seat even further. Yes, yes you can. For 3, for 2, and 1. Both hands come down, step back, stretch out the back of the legs, down dog. All right, we got a little more balance for you. Lift the heels, bend the knees, walk your hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rest. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's cross the left ankle over the right thigh, coming into that figure 4. And I'm gonna, so left ankle over right thigh, I'm gonna have you crisscross your hands. So crisscross your hands and then bend your right knee and start to push your hands down into your thighs. Yeah, so you're like internally rotating the inner thighs with your hands. Okay. From here, you're gonna push down into the right foot, lift the left knee up into marchers. Arms reach up. And then we'll take it into Pravrita, Padangusthasana. Take your right hand outside the knee first, left hand to the sacrum. See if you can reach for the foot. Outer edge of that left foot with the right hand. Extend the leg, extend the arm, and maybe look back. Good, find your breath. Let go of what the pose should look like. And just try to be with the pose exactly where you are today. Good. Rebend the knee. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release the hands. Shake it out. We'll go on to the other side. Right foot crosses on top of left. Hands come towards heart center. And then crisscross your hands. Remember, see if you can remember which wrist was on top last time. Right? It might feel a little different. And then you're going to bend the left knee and start to push those inner thighs in and down. So you're like internally rotating the inner thighs with the support of your hands. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Marchers, right knee lifts to the chest, arms reach high. And then let's revolve this. Take your left hand outside the right foot. Right hand comes to the sacrum. You can stay right there. Or even having the hand outside the knee. Or extend the leg, extend the arm. Try not to let that foot, the leg, go across the midline. And maybe look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale back to center. And then exhale. Let's release it. All right. Inhale, arms reach high. And exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Flat back. Hands down. Step back. High plank again. All right. We're back in this high plank position. From here, we're going into side plank again. Right hand down, left arm up. Little different this time. All right, you're going to take your left leg, the top leg, and step it behind the right foot. Step it behind the right leg. Left leg, top leg behind right foot. So you're still on the outer edge of this right foot, right? Yeah. All right, from here, sit all the way down. Sit down. Yeah. All right, from here, we're going into a wild thing. So you're going to push up through the feet, lift your hips up, left arm reaches up and over your head. And then sit back down on your exhale. Try it again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit down. One more time. Press up. Sit down. Good. Both hands to the floor. Down dog. How'd that go? You guys look good. All right, we'll go to the other side. Inhale forward to high plank. Stack your feet, left arm up. Or left hand down, right arm up. Right foot steps behind left foot. Sit all the way down on your bottom. Inhale, wild thing. Press your hips up. Right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, sit back down. One more time. Should feel pretty nice. Both hands come down. Let's drop to child's pose. Sit to your heels. Relax for a moment. Find your breath. Notice if anything's shifted or changed from the beginning of class. So according to the sages, if we identify with the things of the world that come and go, then when those things are gone, we will feel lost and shaken. But if we identify with our inner internal self, then we will overcome avidya or ignorance. And will be fearless and free. Able to live and love deeply and generously without attachment, which is balanced and joyful. Make your way into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull the knee outside the right wrist and step the foot down. So you're in a lizard with your hands down on the floor. Right foot is outside the right hand. You can even walk your hands a little closer or walk your foot out to the side of it. Okay, so keep your back leg strong today. Left hand down. Right arm reaches up, dragonfly twist. Open up through the shoulders here and the chest. Good, and then let's release. Exhale, right hand down. Turn over your left shoulder towards the long edge of your mat and let your hips move with you into a side lunge. A low side lunge, Skandasana, yeah? See if you can lift your crown of your head up, maybe even take your hands to heart. Yeah, good. And then turn back over your right shoulder to the front of your mat. Step your right foot back, down dog. And do the other side. Left leg lifts up, three-legged. Exhale, step it up forward into that lizard variation. Both hands down on the floor. Squeeze that knee into the shoulder. Then right hand stays down. Left arm reaches up. Open up. Good. Stack those shoulders. Breathe deeply. Exhale, both hands down. Turn over the right shoulder and start to keep your left knee bent and the right leg straight. Maybe drawing your hands to heart. Turn over the shoulder again, left shoulder, and then step back, down dog. Okay, here's where the crazies happen. Right leg lifts up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, you're going to take it over to the left tricep, kick it out to the side, like fallen triangle. So your right leg is straight, you're coming onto the outer edge of that right foot. Left arm reaches up. From here, you're going to use your core strength. So exhale, like think about doing a crunch, your abdominals, and see if you can lift the foot up. And grab the foot with your left hand. For 3, good, 2, and 1. Going right into wild thing, release the hand, left hand to the floor, right foot steps over the left leg. Reach the right arm up and over. We've been here before, just looks a little different. Good. Both hands come down on flip, back to down dog. How'd we do? Good. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw it across your body to your right tricep. Again, come into fallen triangle. Spin your right heel down. You're coming onto the outer edge of the left foot. Right arm reaches up. Option here, reach for the foot with the right hand. For 3, for 2, and 1. All right, flip it over your right leg. Right hand comes back to the floor. Left arm reaches up and over. Wild thing. Pelvis is towards the ceiling. Nice. Both hands down. Down dog. Take a moment. Back to your child. Seat of the child. Forehead to the mat. Relax, relax, relax. Take some deep breaths. Try to calm the nervous system down, maybe even inviting Ujjayi pranayama by constricting the back of the throat. All right, back to down dog. Lift those hips up and take a walk to the front of your mat. Nice and slow. All right, from here, flat back, you're going to take the left knee again behind the right knee. So we've been here before, like the curtsy. Left knee behind the right, bend the right knee, and actually make the left knee disappear. So the left knee is directly behind the right knee. Yeah, so it's not like next to it, it's behind it. You're crisscrossing those legs. All right, and the left hand stays down. Now you have the option of reaching for the foot with your right hand. So reaching for the left foot with your right hand. Okay? Now, if you want to go further here, you're going to come under the, you have the outer edge of the left foot with the right hand, right? Okay, so you're going to start to maybe take your left hand out to the side a bit. You're going to start to extend the left leg and bend your left elbow. Look towards your left foot. You got it. Look towards your left foot, but you got to bend the right knee a little bit more and see if you can extend that left leg fully. All right, hold it there for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's come into standing splits. Both hands down, lift the left leg up. And then exhale, release. Left foot foot to meet the right forward fold. Just allow everything to hang and take some deep breaths before we move on to the other side. Good. All right, lift the chest when you're ready. This time you're going to take your right knee behind the left knee. So you make that right knee disappear, and then right hand is firmly on the floor or a block. You got to find some support there through the right hand, and maybe it's out to the side a bit, right? And then you reach for that foot with the left hand. Reach for the right foot, outer edge of that foot. From here, find your positioning with your hand, which feels most stable, so that you can start to extend that right leg. You got to push your hips back. Push your hips backwards. Your leg goes out to the side and you bend that right arm. In fact, there's not even that much weight in your right hand. It's really just there for like a little kickstand, a little support. Good, for 3. Hold it for 2. And 1. Both hands come down, lift the right leg up, standing splits. And then release. Let's take the feet a little bit wider. Take those elbows, grab them. Maybe there's a little bend in the knees here. And then release the hands down, step back to plank. And we're going to lower all the way to the belly. Nice and slow. All right, so we're on our belly now. Taking our arms out, let's take our arms out to the T, palms face down towards the floor. And you're going to take there's 2 options. Option 1, take your left foot behind the right leg, kind of like what we did in that side plank. Left foot is down, left knee is up, right leg is straight, and just hold it there. So it's like a little twist. You might feel it in the back, shoulder. There's lots of different places you could feel that. Option 2, instead of stepping the foot down, you let the foot go behind the back and you try to reach your toes up towards your left or your right wrist, like a scorpion. So instead of bringing the foot to the floor, this is deeper back bend, right? So if the first one is already too intense, you don't really probably need to try this one today. Good. On your inhale, come back to your belly. And then we'll do the same thing you did on that first side to the other side. So either stepping right foot behind, or option to try to take right toes up towards your left fingers. All right, come back to the belly. Push yourself up. Whew. And then let's come to our seat. So just one more crazy pose for you guys. Let's take our legs out wide. Take our legs out wide, Upavista Konasana. Feet are flexed, right? And then you're gonna inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head and start to walk your hands forward. Maybe this is where you stay. You're hinging forward from the hips. I want you to think about like as if your hands are pressing down into your thighs and you're externally rotating your hips. As you hinge forward, the hips are still externally rotating. So it's not like your toes are turning in with the hinge. If you're hinging forward and your toes are turning in, it's kind of defeating the purpose a bit. So see if you can keep your toes straight up towards the ceiling as you hinge, and only hinge to the point where your toes don't move. That makes sense. Like I could go all the way down, but sometimes my toes want to go forward, right? So it's harder for me to find stability through the hips to actually have to keep the hips externally rotating back and hinge forward at the same time, if that makes sense. Okay, just take a few deep breaths here. And then come on up. Let's bring the right knee in. So you're keeping that left leg long. Looks similar to Janu Shirsasana, but the legs are wide. Okay, from here, left foot stays flexed, and start to hinge again. So you come down on your forearms if that feels good. All right, walk yourself back up. Now we're gonna take the right foot to the floor. So bring the right foot down. Right knee is up towards the ceiling. Okay, left leg stays long. From here, I want you to try to reach the left hand to the right ankle. Side bend to the left. So maybe this is where you stay. Or go all the way, reach your right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. And almost lean back a bit, as if you had like a pillow behind you and you could like lean onto that pillow. This is a huge side bend. Huge for the side body. Just breathe here. Good, inhale, come back up. Ooh, and then release right foot long. Left knee comes in. Sole of the foot's on the inner right thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. You come down onto your forearms. That feels good. Good, and then come on up. We're gonna try to take the left foot down on the floor. So the whole sole of the foot, the left knee is up towards the ceiling. You're gonna take the right hand in front of the left ankle and start to lean towards that long leg. Start to lean towards the right leg. Maybe your left hand stays at your hip today. Or you can reach the left arm all the way up and over and reach for the outer edge of the right foot. Yep. As you start to turn the gaze upward and almost lean that torso backwards. For 3, for 2, and 1. And come back up, inhale. Nice work. Turn to the front of your mat. Good, from here we're gonna lie all the way down onto our backs. So your feet are hip distance apart. And we're gonna come into a normal bridge pose to start. So press down into your feet, lift your hips up, one vertebrae at a time. Your arms can be reaching long towards the heels. You can even roll your shoulders under, interlace the fingers, and reach the fists towards the heels. Good, and then let's release. From here, something a little different if you want to try. You're going to lift the hips up, and you're going to keep the left arm underneath the back, and reach that right arm towards the back left-hand corner of your mat. So kind of just like rolling onto the left shoulder a bit. Just kind of giving yourself a little, almost a little myofascial release here. And then you'll exhale, release, and you can swing to the other side. Come onto the right shoulder. Maybe go through that just a few times. Good, and then let's rest. Take some rest. Take the feet as wide as your mat. Drop the knees in towards each other. We'll do one more back bend. So either bridge or wheel, you choose. If you're choosing wheel, take your hands by your head, fingertips face down. Come into the crown of the head, exhale the breath, and inhale, lift. Find your breath. Get those hips a little higher. Inhale, tuck your chin. Exhale as you come down. And take that Rest again. Soles of the feet on the edges of the mat, knees drop in towards each other. Just rest. Alright, let's take the left leg long on the floor and hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then you can reach for the big toes with your right piece finger or grab behind the thigh and start to extend that right leg up. Supta Padangusthasana. Maybe take that left hand to the top of the thigh and just kind of weight the left leg down as you do this. Good, let's take that leg, open it out to the right a bit. Bring it back through center. And then hug the knees back, hug the right knee back into your chest. Let's draw it across your body. Scoot your hips slightly to the right. And drop the knee over to the left. You have the option here of extending the leg, coming under the reaching for the outer edge of that right foot with your left hand. I did this the other day in my intermediate, and you can also bend the left knee and reach for that foot with your right hand. So we did a lot of this kind of motion today. See if you can do it on the floor. It might be a little easier to get to. And try to feel both shoulder blades heavy towards the ground. I think this one's called cat pulling its tail. I think it's funny. And then release your left foot. Come back to center. Hug that right knee into your chest one last time. And release. Other side. Left knee hugs in. Give it a nice little squeeze. And then Supta Padangusthasana. Take the peace fingers to your left big toes. Extend the left leg straight. Maybe root down that right sit bone, right hip with your right hand. Good, let's let that leg go out to the side. And come back through center. And draw the knee to the chest. Scoot your hip to the left, drop the knee to the right. Same thing here. You can stay right here in the supine twist or reach for the outer edge of that left foot with the right hand. Extend the leg straight and maybe stay there, or try bending the right knee, reaching for the right foot with your left hand. Good. Then keep that left shoulder blade glued down as best you can. Let's release the right foot, release the left foot, come back to the chest, knee to back to the chest. Last pose, let's take Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. Soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, draw the knees in and down, outside the ribs, towards the floor. Breathe fully, deep into the diaphragm. And then allow your legs to release on the floor and set up for your Shavasana, final relaxation. So, if you know you get chilly, you might want to put a sweatshirt on, some socks, and allow this practice to fully integrate. So take some time to rest. The tongue drop down away from the roof of the mouth and soften the jaw, the space between the eyebrows. Relax. Love is what is left when you've let go of all the things you love. Love is what is left when you've let go of all the things you love. Start to deepen the breath. And roll onto your favorite side. Rest your head in fetal position. And then make your way up to a comfortable seat in your own time. Draw your hands together in front of your heart, and closing this practice, we will chant Om one time. So you can join me or just listen along. Take a deep breath in. Om. Sukino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life and contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom to all. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today.